Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Not even going to do an intro because why not? Okay, so you guys have decided you're taking a couple of days in Kash, and then you're going to make your way to Zahar's home, Zahar's tribe, and then from there try to make it through the spine towards Verkbar. Probably coming out.
How many days so I can do the whole healing rolls? Do we want to say?
So that's the next question, because you're going through the desert.
Yeah.
So the caravan that you took from Riverhead to Kash took about 2 days, and you guys were all mounted or wheeled or something. So from Kash to where your tribe is would be a 1-day ride.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be a 2 to 3 day walk.
Yeah.
Through the desert.
We need mounts.
Well, how much do mounts cost? Because we happen to have a whole pile of gold sitting around here.
Let me see if it says so here in God for a second.
And I will be the one to go argue, since I was raised around horses and desert horses specifically.
Sure. Yeah.
Not to mention lean on the little bit of intimidation I have from my priestly.
So yeah, I'm gonna basically treat these as if they're riding horses, which unfortunately puts them at 75 gold.
Oof.
Only have 76.
Now I would allow 2 people to share one, because you basically
definitely Taquito could ride with someone.
Yeah,
he's itty bitty.
Yeah. Taquito could ride with someone. Howard could ride with someone, and you would need 3.
Yeah, Fina and will be fine riding with either Howard or Roselle.
Well, so if we do,
I think it would be better to have Heward and Zahar on different mounts, only because they're your tanks.
Okay. So yeah, so if we split up, which means it might actually be, well, I'm gonna let you all decide, but each, I mean, let's face it, each camel, because that's what we have here, will be 75 gold.
Okay. I'll buy one. So go down to 1 gold. And then add a camel.
You could.
It's a camel we're getting, not a horse.
hilariously, and I did not even intend this, if you all pooled your money and split it evenly, it would each be 45.
Okay.
All
I
right.
swear to the gods I did not intend that.
So if we just take the money we just earned, split, and turn that into camels.
Mm-hmm.
Into 3 camels.
All
yeah,
right.
we just had to figure who's riding. I mean, I think Ewart is the big. I mean, is the physically the largest out of all of us,
I think he's the heaviest. Yeah.
the heaviest.
He's the heaviest, but he's not the tallest. He
No,
and Taquito are about the same height.
Well, I figure I can yeah,
Howard's just
Fina and I can travel on the same horse.
Okay, Mason, repeat that.
I figure Fina and I can share one because neither of us are particularly big, but we're not small either. So, and we can trade off who's actually like, running the horse at any point.
Do you want me to have my own just because I'm used to dealing with the desert stuff, animals and stuff, and that
Well,
way I can come
basically,
to the rescue?
If we put the two of us on one, the question is who is Tick with? And
Right.
it's far funnier if it's Heward having that sense Zell has seen things that cannot be unseen.
At least they were wearing pants.
And we have the title for the episode.
except Howard never wears pants.
Yeah.
So that's, joke's on you.
All right, so
Oh.
I put a camel in my inventory of equipment.
Okay.
So I'll take one regardless of if somebody rides with
Yeah.
me or not.
Why don't we have me and Heward ride together and Tick and Zell together? Because I can, I'm like I can hop off if necessary if we end up in a combat situation. To leave the duck, free to go and do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And that way Tick and I
Yes.
cannot be in the front of the combat.
That's right.
Very important for some of us.
Exactly.
So let's go through just like as little vignettes, what you guys are doing with those couple of days in Kash before you leave. So everyone can, because you're taking a couple of days, just go ahead and fill back up to full.
Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Anyone who is down ciphers, you can refill with a subtle cipher automatically if you want. Or if you want a manifest cipher, we can, throw a little narration at it. Ray, I know Taquito is looking for the ornithopter. Patrick, I know Zell is tracking down the person that slipped the note into his pocket. Julie, Fina is just is burying her nose in magic books. Yes, Patrick.
Shit, I forgot about that. My follower is riding with me.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I forgot we have an
All
extra.
right.
Unless they happen to have, a horse.
We need to role play then this stupid your followers showing up because
Actually,
Yeah.
That
thinking
makes
about
no
it, if he was sent to the city, he may actually have a horse already.
Yes, he does actually have.
She.
Yeah, she does have a horse.
Okay.
It is.
Does she have a name? Are you going to introduce that when we get started?
Yes. She
Okay.
does have a name. I will introduce her when we leave the city, I think.
Okay. So let's. Matt, what is Howard doing with his downtime?
Besides taking a very long bath.
Yes.
Uh,
Howard smells palm wonderful.
yes.
Oh.
What it? Sorry. I have the dumb.
Okay.
No, just. at the point of sleep deprivation that
Okay.
I'm like, what is he doing? Sorry.
That's all right. No worries. It's been a while since we've stepped into these characters' heads.
Yes, it has.
Okay. So I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
ECAT, what is Zahar doing?
First she's recovering, and then she's probably going to spend. Well, first would be spending time at the Temple of Arashki, just trying to set things in order
Okay.
in general. Even if it means locking it up completely. Probably will have sent messages out by messenger to other temples to let them know,
Okay.
to hopefully get people to come there, and then argue for a better price for the camels that we got. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you would like to try to negotiate with your, I believe, inability in social interactions,
If only you brought somebody with you.
right? Yeah, you know, the haggler,
I'm
Taquito.
willing to accept that the price you gave us
Yeah.
is what we negotiated down to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. So you are. So you make your way back to the temple, and you actually see Taisir and a couple of her acolytes have already started kind of putting things right, as it were, at least, like, you know, trying to clean up some of the mess. Ah, champion. What may we do for you?
I am just coming to see what I can do to help either reconsecrate or close the temple up until we can get other seers of Arashki here.
I hope you will not. I hope you will forgive our presumption, but given our previous discussions, I felt it would be right for some of ours to assist, if that is all right.
Oh, absolutely. I am a warrior of the blade. I do not honestly know how temples are kept. I pop in, I give my ablutions, prayers, and so yes, but I do want to send messengers, if you have not already done so, to other temples in other established villages to see if anybody from Arashki's line can come help.
We have not. I would not presume that much.
Then I will make sure messengers are sent.
She kind of, you notice that as, especially as you're talking about what you can do to help, her eyes kind of unconsciously shift momentarily over to the portal.
Yeah,
And
that's the other thing.
And it's you see a note of concern that she is trying desperately to hide, and is doing, you know, a relatively good job of it.
Right.
But since you know the context, it's like,
Yeah, I when she looks back to me, I look over to it so that she knows I understand her concern.
She looks slightly embarrassed at that. Forgive us.
No need for forgiveness. We are all sisters in faith here.
She kind of glances back at some of the other acolytes who hurriedly go back to what they were doing before they started eavesdropping on your conversation, and kind of herds you over into a corner of the room and kind of says under your breath, "No one volunteered. and we tried drawing straws. And when my name came up, they all said
Okay,
no.
I need you to speak
Okay,
up a
sorry.
little. I've got you
Okay.
at full volume
Okay.
and I can't hear you.
So what she says in a hushed voice is, so no one wanted to go near the thing, so we ended up drawing straws. And when mine was the one to go, they all unanimously told me I was not allowed to. So that's where we are as far as investigating the portal, because they're all scared flameless of it, with good reason,
Right.
and are not willing to have me be the one to attempt to interface to interact with it, because I am a speaker. I know that one of your friends, she also had some skill with magic.
Yes, she is a worker of the flame as well, though she does not follow your lady. Or Lord, sorry,
Yep.
Lord.
Yep. Um,
Look, Mom. Lord.
as you know, one can pay homage without faith.
Absolutely.
If we may impose to ask you and yours to see what you can do with that, I believe that we can handle at least setting the temple aright. Are you planning on staying in Kash, or do these events take you elsewhere?
I am being called elsewhere. That is one of the other reasons why I wanted to try and get someone from my lady here take possession of the temple. Unfortunately, usually the person I would call is one of the ones who was killed because of the being the center. But she has returned to my lady. But I will do what I can.
If this is acceptable to you, if you can give us 2 days. I'm assuming this is happening like the day,
Right.
yeah, like the evening of the
Yeah.
whole thing.
But I'm still pretty
Yeah.
broken
Yeah.
and battered and clearly looking at.
If you can give us 2 days to finish setting things aright, and you would then conduct any consecrations that you might know. I give you my word, in the name of my lord, and upon the blessings of your lady, that we shall watch over this space until such time as one of her line come to claim it.
I think that is a perfectly reasonable and very generous request. I will commune with my lady tonight when the sun goes down to see if I can reach her and ask her to reach out to my brethren to send help.
Agreed.
And if not, we'll do it the old-fashioned way of sending runners.
Agreed. All right, so we're going to put that on hold for a little bit. Matt, have you had any ideas yet? No is a perfectly fine answer because we have a few other people to vignette.
I am thinking that Hereward is probably feeling a little frustrated and somewhat defeated, being that he got his ass recently kicked. So we may want to cue training montage.
Okay.
and I'm entirely okay with you. We just hand waving it as training montage while
Yep.
everything else is going on, unless you do have something interesting that you've thought of. Otherwise, we'll just
No, because I wanted to see where you wanted to go. But yeah, if Howard is kind of just like turning inward and training and
yeah.
whatnot, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Um, Fina,
Yes.
so you are simply looking for any resources on fire magic, or what precisely are you looking for?
Fire magic, also anything with celestials,
Okay.
possibly demons. I know that's probably gonna get me more looks, so I'm really careful about that.
All right. Make me a research roll. We're not going to set a difficulty on this, but what you get, the higher you get, the better you get.
Okay. Okay, the things I said to do. Oh, hold on.
And yes, you can.
There we go. Actually, let's actually click the right thing to actually bring up the. Okay, so it's giving. Okay, so let's see.
You can spend effort on this, but that will come out of your full pools.
Okay, it's giving me a base difficulty of 6, like that I can't change.
Okay, hold on.
Well, yeah, we can see. Let's see. Okay.
So you beat a difficulty 1.
Yeah.
Which is not enough for anything. So it's not that you don't find anything, because you do. On fire magic, far more of what you find is like pretty much religious texts for the Temple of the Lord of Flame.
Still knowledge.
Yeah.
So
but not anything that you really could equate to like how you do things. As far as celestials and demons, because they are intertwined. Everything you find, actually, make me some kind of intuition roll, which will be an intellect-based roll, and then if you have anything to.
I have intellect defense.
Nope.
But yeah. I'll just go straight intellect roll and see what happens.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I am unfortunately going to invoke detecting falsehoods.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so that would be hindered by 1.
Yep.
By 1. Okay, I got a 10 this time, so that's better.
Yep. So you. Okay.
It's 3 at least.
Yep. Wow. Okay. We need to do some work on the UI for the new version. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, love. Why are you yelling?
Okay. I don't know why that's stuck like that. Hold on. I'll have to go through and see what I can figure out about this. So everything you find kind of plays into the whole, celestials good, demons bad, kind of bullshit. And something about it is, it's kind of tickling in the back of your brain that it feels a little off. You can't really figure out why or how. But it's just off.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. We'll see if that worked. But yeah, you don't really find anything like new and innovative. Like I said, but most of what you get about magic is actually dealing with the worship of the Lord of Flame, and the celestials and demons is like, nursery rhymes, fairy tales. The the three little pigs and the big bad demon.
Yeah.
That fits for the Saga
Yeah.
region.
Little White Riding Hood.
Yep.
Wait a minute, that may have came out.
Little White Riding Jihad.
Yes.
All right. Chiquito.
Yes.
Oh, make me some kind of. Yeah, we'll. So you're just trying to like track down the ornithopter in the city.
Yes, but I have an idea.
Okay, go for it.
Tequila wants to. Well, the ornithopter projects a signal, right? It projects.
Presumably.
Yeah. Which means it's got something that's emitting something. Well, that should be detectable by something else. And Tequila wants to now have we already bought the camels?
Now we can. Well, let's say. Do you want us to have done so or not? I'll leave it up to you.
I am thinking that we have not already done so, but
Okay.
still, just for the sake of oh well, we'll see where it go. But having been paid and not wanting to deal with Finbaz, Keatle wants to build basically a he wants to build a sensor that he can like either like pull it, like sends it up into the air, comes down, and can track where the signal might be coming from in order to track it down.
Okay. So let's make that. Yeah, make me a tinker roll, and that's gonna be difficulty 4.
Here we go.
I mean, you have 6 XP.
Oh, it's true.
If you want to re-roll that, or you can take the
Yep.
intrusion.
Nice to see our dice haven't changed.
Right?
You were expecting anything else?
Just
We
wait
could've
for the
both been
dumbest
on this
roll of the
time
night,
off.
and we'll get a 20.
No, it's early. Let me have it.
Okay. So you build a thing. You send it to scan, try to track down the signal, and you do. You find it. It is in. Now that's strange. It's back in the open workshop you were at.
Okay. Takeedle puts his gadget in his bag and trots his little legs back to the open workshop.
Okay. Make me a perception roll to see if you spot it first. Do me a favor, bring up the all-in-one roll dialogue and let me know if the difficulty is still preset.
Say it again. Which roll? Which?
Bring up the roll dialogue.
Yep. Base difficulty is 4.
Okay, so that's to see what that is. Yeah, we'll just make it a 4.
Okay. You said perception?
Mhm.
Do. Nope.
Okay. I'm warning you now, everyone's voice will have changed because I don't remember any of them. So, but you recognize a voice. Well, look who came back.
Crap.
You turn around, and there's Finbaz. And there's the ornithopter on his table.
It's like he's holding it, isn't he?
He's working on it.
And you just see Hereward walk past, like with a towel around his neck, and just goes, "Just kiss already." Keeps walking past.
Came back to take some lessons from a real master, did ya?
What are you doing with that? That's not yours.
It is too. I found it.
It found me first. That's the only reason we're in this place.
And obviously you weren't worthy of it. Otherwise, you'd still have it.
Oh, so did you get the projection message that it was sent to me to project for my uses?
So now we're just completely
No.
making things up? No, there's no projection. There's no...
Player intrusion.
Okay, what have you got?
You determine the cost,
Okay.
I want Tequila to get so just incensed and like this is so under his skin that he grabs the ornithopter and whatever it is that he does, whether he's manipulating the object or applies a tool to it, Finbaz notices Tequila does not. A blue spark. He is able to summon a blue spark that gets the ornithopter to do a projection. Now, whether it's the same one or whatever, but like this, he summons every bit of his gnomish tinkering and he's pissed. And it can have a cost. I don't know what, but I'm willing.
Yeah. I mean, player intrusions cost XP. That's
Okay.
So,
but I mean, like
Oh.
including whatever character, consequences
okay,
and
yeah,
stuff.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that for an XP.
Okay. I should also tier up to 2, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You,
Yay,
might
done.
want to do that. Just
Okay.
Okay. So. Okay. So you lunge forward. You grab the thing. Finbaz is a little too preoccupied with gloating to really notice until it's too late. You grab the thing, and you do get the blue spark that Tequila doesn't see, but Finbaz does. And so the projection happens, but it's a little it's very staticky. And it comes through and you are seeing right now the back of Nurgle's head. And she kind of looks around curiously and is very surprised, very taken aback, starts to stammer out your name and is cut off because Finn, you have been so focused on this that you didn't notice Finbaz has come up and has now snatched it back out of your hand.
What did you do that for? No, it's not. I told you I did the projection, and I made it do the projection. It belonged to me first.
There was no projection. Are you completely delusional?
You're the one that's delusional because you can't see what's right in front of your own eyes.
Let me assure you, my little friend, even though he's like 2 inches shorter than you, I had eyes on that thing from the moment you ripped it off my table. I saw everything. I saw everything you did. And I can guarantee you that there was no kind of projection or anything like that. Just a little spark of electricity. Easily enough explained. Nothing else. If you have to lie to try to take away my work, claim credit for it yourself, I don't think so, sir.
And only a tinkerer of inferior skill and experience wouldn't have the insight
to understand the mechanisms by which that a projection would come out and know how. You've had how long to look at that, and you still haven't figured it out?
Fine. Put your tools where your mouth is. And he puts it down on the table.
First one that comes with an agreeable solution keeps it.
No. You're claiming that there's a projection that I can't see? Make it happen. I double dare you.
Tequila cracks his knuckles,
Okay?
gets out his tool bag,
Hmm?
and begins to work on the ornithopter the same way that he did before.
Okay?
But there is no blue spark.
Okay?
So at the moment, there is no projection.
Okay.
And he's working on it.
Well, let's make that a roll. Just to
Yeah.
see.
Sure.
So yeah, make me a tinker roll. This will continue to be difficulty 4, because why not?
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay. So keeping in mind that I have something not as your major effect, what do you want your major effect to be? I mean, we can just say that like it happened faster than you expected.
Okay.
How about it mentions you by name?
The one thing I was thinking of is that some kind of another little mini plot point comes out, and if that is it mentions me by name,
Okay.
then yeah, that would work.
So you tinker with it. You know your way around this thing by now. So very quickly, you do. You put the correct tab A into the correct slot B, and the projection comes up. And you look up at Finbaz. Well, giving up already?
There. It's right there.
You have gone delusional, haven't you?
It's right in front of you.
What? Is it transparent? Or is it just a figment of your little imagination? There's nothing there!
The only figment is your intelligence level. Is there any audio coming through at this point while we are bickering?
Yes. Nurgle is trying to get your attention. Tequila! Where are you?
There. Did you hear my name?
No.
Very clearly, whoever's on the other side of that is calling my name. Calling my name?
On the other side of what?
Whatever's projecting the thing that's projecting the thing that you can't see, but you should. You had 2 brain cells to put together.
Yep. So, I mean, And he continues trying to rant to you. Are you paying attention to him, or are you trying to pay attention to Nurgle?
I believe that like I took the thing and was like looking at it. Correct?
No, you were
Does that
tinkering.
sound right?
You were tinkering.
Yeah, I was tinkering with it.
It's on the table.
It is on the table. I am tinkering with it.
Yeah, and the
projection.
The projection is actually like, you know, at the edge of the table, very help me one Obi-Wan Kenobi like.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's the camera point seems the camera point seems fixed because, again, when you first saw it, you were looking at the back of her head, and then she kind of turned around surprised.
Right. Okay. So we're bickering, I'm arguing. Can't you see this? And claiming whatever.
Yep. Can't see anything. Say he is claiming that there is nothing there. He can see nothing.
There is
he can hear
nothing there. Good. Right. So I'm continuing to hear Neugel calling out my name. So like I look down at very quickly, look at the Ornithopter, look at the image, look at Finbaz, look back at the Ornithopter, and I was like, I don't have time for this. Grabs it and runs.
Okay. So that's going to be a speed roll. And we're going to make this one difficulty 3.
And throwing in effort. Oh, fuck.
I do see.
You do have XP,
Yep.
man.
Yeah. So Takeedle grabs the Ornithopter and turns and is like on the stool, turns and trips off of the stool. He falls to the ground, and the Ornithopter is now like rolling. And now Takeedle is going to re-roll.
Yep. We have gone into full bullet time here.
And yes. So now we're putting in 2 levels of effort.
Oh yeah. Well, no, hold on. So if you are re-rolling, you're re-rolling and like paying an XP for it. You're re-rolling exactly. You are simply redoing the same roll.
Redoing the same roll. Copy that.
But you don't have to spend additional speed for it.
Okay. Yay.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, yes, you turn, you trip, the thing goes flying. We see 2 gnomes both in the no. And you, as previously established, are just a smidge taller, which means your arms are just a smidge longer. And a smidge is all you need. You grab this thing by one of the blades as the main body of it was like an inch or 2 above the floor. And you know just instinctively that it would not have survived that. So yeah, you grab it, you kind of, you tuck the ball, kind of roll and make me another difficulty 3 speed roll, just to see how you come out of it.
The last speed, okay. The last speed roll that I re-rolled did take more speed off of my pool. Does that need to be added back on?
Yeah. So the re-roll is the little D20 icon in the chat window.
Oh, bloody heck.
That's all right.
I didn't
do
that.
No,
okay.
Just put it back. It's all good.
Okay. Hey. Okay. But now I'm going to do another speed roll.
Yep.
But I'm not going to put any effort into it. And I fail.
Oh my god, it's okay. Okay, I love it. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Back on
Can
track.
I pitch a player intrusion?
Go for it.
So I would like to spend an experience that he fails to grab the ornithopter. It starts flying towards the door and straight into Zell, who is coming in to talk to Fizz. So he just grabs the poop as it comes at him.
So he has it.
I've got it. It's here,
it.
but he had me make another speed roll, which I failed.
Yeah. So
is that for his getaway, I take it?
Yeah, it's basically for, coming out of the roll, not the die roll, but basically you were diving to the ground, end up rolling on the floor, and this was for what kind of position you were in when you finally came to a stop.
So I will then propose that he rolls straight into Zell. That's why he fails, because somebody just walked in the door as he's about to try and make his way out of it.
Love it. I won't even charge an XP for it because that's just good. Tequila, you go and you've done the math, right? You know how you should need to roll and what position you need to be in to pop up to your feet, like as you're going out the door. And the only thing that could put a wrinkle in that plan is someone walking in, which they do. And that's Zell.
So, hey, Tech, have you seen Finbass? I have to talk to him.
What in the... Oh, for the love of God, it's you. Good. What, you want that little twerp? I will tell you what, he's right over there, and he's trying to take this, and it's mine. Tell you, it's mine. It was meant for me. I've been trying to get this thing. It's not his. He's just a little dweebus.
Down, 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 go, 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 mine, mine, mine.
Mine.
Oh, you found the ornithopter. That's awesome.
Zell is completely unfazed by this rant.
Oh my God, if this was a cartoon, Zell would have to be voiced by Paul Warburton.
Oh,
Yep.
You found the ornithopter. That's great.
That's great.
Good job, little buddy.
Meanwhile, for Finbaz, I'm kind of going for Wallace Shawn. I know I'm missing the mark, but that's where I'm going.
He was the influence for Tequila.
There you go. Oh, God, it's cultural.
Gilbert Gottfried.
It's genetic. All gnomes are now voiced by Wallace Shawn. So this has happened. What are the two of you doing?
Is Finbaz trying to get at the ornithopter? Or
yes.
has he given up on it, or is he like...
No, he in fact is looking like he's about to pounce tackle Tequila.
Excellent. Okay. Since I'm so much bigger than both of them, I step around Tick, like practically just step over him.
Yeah.
Go like, oh, Finbaz, I have to talk to you about something very important. I need the smartest man in Kash.
Make me a persuasion roll, difficulty 5.
Do I have my person yet?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, yes, you are appealing to his vanity, and just for that split second, his vanity overtakes his gnomish nature to just want the thing to tinker with. Oh, really? And what can I do for you?
We have to speak in private. This is a matter of utmost secrecy.
Whereas Tequila's saying, leave me the hell alone for one. That's what you can do.
I kind of hope that Tequila gets smart and runs for it, but we'll see how long
Run,
it takes
you
him to
twit.
do it.
Yeah. So you usher him. You usher him away. Tequila, you do see that he looks back at you and goes, yes, now is your chance to leave unscathed if you wish to do so.
I'm trying to think if he would do anything else dumb.
If Tequila would do anything else dumb?
Like argue that Bizbaz is not the smartest gnome in Kash at the moment?
I think that the victory of grabbing the Ornithopter has turned off the summon all of the scathing wit you can in order to burn another like-minded loser. So he even like tries to think of us like and for once more common sense prevails and he exits the scene.
Okay. Do me a favor, make me an intellect defense check level 2, and you can add your 1 for quick study to this.
Aha. Okay. Intellect defense. We need 2, which means the bonus is a D1.
Yep.
And we roll. Please don't fuck me on this. Roll. There we go. Yay!
Good.
You remember your tools this time.
You're right. Even yeah.
Yeah, I figured you were going to try to leave with that. I was like, yeah, we'll make it a pretty easy intellect defense roll, but yeah. You are actually about most of the way to the door before that particular
Duh.
Yeah, before the dumb moment happens. Okay, so we're I think we can probably gloss over a lot of what the conversation between Zell and Finbaz is. So you are just looking to establish him as a contact?
Yes.
Okay. That will be 1 XP.
There we go.
Yep.
Excellent.
You can put down Finbaz the gnome.
Guess that goes back in my notes.
Yep. And in case anyone's interested, that is FIN''BAZZ.
Wait a minute. He's sticking around?
He and Zell are going off in a corner to talk.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So that awesome. So that that's pretty much everyone at least establishing. The next day, Zahar and Fina go to the temple and do what they can do about the portal.
Yes.
Okay.
Will I have reached Arashki during my meditations that night to ask her to send a speaker or two? Or do I need to?
So you cannot reach her in the same way that you do when like the two of you have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But she also does just accept prayers.
Right.
So you can certainly make the prayer for it. You are relatively confident that your messages go in the go have a fast pass, and don't need to wait in line as much. But you don't get a read receipt.
Okay. So at some point this on day 2, I will hire a messenger just to send
Okay.
to the nearest temple not in Kash.
Okay.
Actually, isn't there going to be some folks with your family we might run into in a couple days?
I am the only one of in the tribe that's to a rock.
Yeah, that'll be 1 arum, 1 gold.
Okay.
So the 2 of you go and give me just narratively, just give me an idea of like what you're trying to do to try to close this portal.
I'm personally at a loss, but I don't know if what Fina wanted to do with the portal.
Okay, I'm not gonna go full on, engulf the place in fire like I did last time, because that was a bit much.
Yeah.
Keep in mind also that there's going to be speakers of the flame there as well.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
no,
I don't.
so speaker is Tysir's title.
Okay, well,
Acolytes.
there's going to be somebody from the acolytes.
There will be acolytes there. I just want to make sure we're not confusing terminology.
I don't know. Maybe instead of engulfing everything, focus the flame in burning out the portal.
Yeah, I actually am. That's what I was actually just thinking, and that I ask basically permission first, to do what I think will work. I'm hoping.
Hey, can I jet some
I am
celestial
praying,
fire
but
at the
I'm
wall
not.
over here?
But I'm not actually religious in this
I'm
strictest
okay
sense.
with it. I look at the acolytes because that's their god, not mine.
There is by the time you look around, because you've been studying the portal and discussing ideas, you look around, there is 1 acolyte left in the room, and when he notices that you are looking at him, he turns and bolts out of the room. So the 2 of you are now... What?
My god is not one who people find comforting. But go for it as the only representative of her here.
Yeah, no. I was saying, can you go after the acolyte who's losing his shit?
I step out of the vestibule or wherever we are and go look for him, though I'm not all that a comforting person.
Yeah, very well doing that. I
can take a hint of leave the room, please.
So I start to pull the fire up and start drawing on the wall around where the portal is larger, and then just basically slowly spiraling in, basically attempting to squish the portal with the flames.
So just to refresh, there is a single, what we've been calling the key rune.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is the only one still glowing. It is glowing kind of a bluish white. And if you had to guess, you'd probably say that is somehow connected with the portal still being open.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to focus on, is just to try to basically I want to try to suffocate it with fire.
Okay. So here is what happens. You're kind of surrounding this thing with fire, and you're trying to extinguish it. And what happens is you start to see little bits of red flickering around the edges of the blue-white glow. Think like the lines in the armor from like the original Tron movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're kind of pushing the red in on the blue.
Yeah.
And when you finally get, you push all, you completely engulf the rune in red glow. Make me an intellect defense check, difficulty 3.
And 3. Let's use some effort and then have.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yep. So, yeah, as that happens, the kind of swirling magic around the edge of the portal also goes red, and it's kind of, a spiral pinwheel of fire. A fire, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Damn
you all know what I
heralds.
meant.
Yes, we did.
Kind of spirals in, and when it has taken over the entirety of where the portal is, it kind of spirals in on itself and is gone. If you would like, as a player intrusion, I will let you take the rune with you.
Yeah, I would like to take this along and
Okay.
see if I can find somebody who has more knowledge of this sort of magic thing to try to figure out how it works and why. And
so for an XP, so mark off an XP if you didn't already. The area around where the portal was, which is where all the runes had been, kind of crumbles. After that much magical energy, it's just the stone is just gone. Most of them crumble and fall to the ground in just small shards, but the key rune happens to fall in one large chunk and survives the fall.
I hear the crumbling and cracking and stuff, and I poke my head in.
So the portal is closed. I mean, you see the scene as it is set. The portal is closed. There is a large hole in the wall, centered where the portal was, but larger than the portal had been. And the area around that had all the runes on it has all crumbled.
I step in fully. You did it. And I just walk up and I hug her, which is like totally not Zahar. So it's very
yeah.
Yep.
She is not a touchy-feely person.
Yes.
And then I awkwardly let her go and kind of step back.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately I made a bit of a mess, but
have you looked around the place?
Have they managed to get all the blood cleaned up? The difference between the fire that I let loose and
mostly. Remember that power washers are not a thing in this world.
True.
But magic is. So they have they are working on cleaning it up. It's not quite all gone, but it will be gone soon, I think.
I then poke my head back out, make eye contact with the fearful little acolyte. You go tell the speaker.
Yeah.
We have closed the portal. And I turn and walk back in.
He does a very kind of stuttering, self-conscious, of course. Of course.
And peed himself just a little bit.
No. He's, I mean, he was scared, obviously, because big magical portal, in a room, with, in an area with a lot of blood, and he's realized
in the Temple of Death.
Yeah. And he's realizing that you've caught him, even if you are not calling him out on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he expects you to expect better of him.
Yes.
And the stammering at the end was him realizing that because you are a champion but not of his faith, he has no idea what title to refer to you by. Which is why he just stammered out a second, of course, and then left. Patrick. It is the next day. Zell has... How is Zell going to look for the person who slipped him the note?
Let's see. What have I got? Well, if the person found me in a city halfway across the continent, they obviously must have been asking around about me. Now, I'm fairly easy to find, so I'm going to talk to a couple of the people that were in places where I have been a couple times as to who was asking for me.
Okay. You do get some information, you track it down, and you find your way to another inn that is not nearly as well upkept as the Crashing Dune. And you see in the common room, there is well, you describe her.
Well, she will stand out a bit because she comes from a very, very far away, which is where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
Except, of course, she doesn't look like me because, I look funny. But I can tell her immediately because, her pallid skin and the fact that she's not dressed for the desert or anything like that. But one of those emissary types that, he used to work with quite a bit when he was past his military career. So kind of unassuming, fairly, fairly ordinary person, but definitely travel worn. Their outfit is still dusty from all the sand that got inundated after all the mud and other types of dirt that she got into on her way over.
So I'm gonna say, is she young, middle-aged, old? I'm thinking young.
Yeah, she's young. Probably thought of as there's a good chance she's not coming back, so she's not indispensable to anybody.
Yep. So she is dressed and attempts to carry herself in the way that suggests that she is an honored emissary, a whatever. But don't try to lie to a liar. She is none of those things. She has barely reached adulthood. Yes, you probably someone indispensable from one of actually give me a perception check, and we're going to make it difficulty 3.
Thanks.
Okay. So every house has kind of a bit of, it has some differences. There's some genetic inbreeding, but arranged marriages try to take care of that. But you kind of recognize her general demeanor and her facial features and her skin color. She is of House Zeros.
The distinctive House Zeros chin.
Right. Who is one of the more minor houses in Vukar. Jean's and Zeros have always, they've always been, very few houses are nice to each other anymore. But Zeros and Jean's have never gone out of their way to antagonize the other. She looks up, she sees you, and she immediately is vastly interested in whatever bowl of food is in front of her.
So in order to prevent her from making a run for it, of course, I immediately engage her. So I will just walk over to her table like that's where I belong, pull out a chair and say, noble cousin, how good to see you.
How did you... First of all, please, no one here knows what I am. How did you find me?
You're good, but I'm a little bit better. I've been at this for a while. But that's not the important question. The question is where you're going from here.
It's a long... I was planning on returning to Farseat. Inform them that the mission was successful. It was heavily implied that this would be in good standing for my house and for me.
And it will. But there's more important things you could be doing here.
Kind of looks around.
I lean in, kind of conspiratorially. Do you know why you were sent to tell me this?
I don't even know what I was sent. I was given I was given the parchment and instructed under no circumstances was I to read it.
Good.
And to find, the person the minister. I've been traveling for more than a week, but the minister said that you would be in Kash, and that I was to find you. Now, you know that you have not been in Kash for more than a week.
Yes. So, yeah, their person knows stuff, which is might be good, might be bad. We'll find out the hard way. So, what if I were to tell you your mission's not over yet? You were picked for a reason, and I can make good use of you, and I can train you. Do you want to protect Farseed?
Of course.
Because something very, very sick is happening in the center of this land, and we have to fix it.
She looks like she is very emotionally troubled by everything that you've said. And she's having like 5 different internal dialogues with herself right now. Mr. Krythor said that it was important. I don't think he meant that, but if it can help my house, my family, I will follow.
Everything I have done is to protect Farseed. It is my home, my family, and even if I may never be able to talk to them again, I have but one important job, is to protect that. And you can help me do this. And you will soon understand how big this is.
Then
And it will not be easy, but it's doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing is never easy. So let's do the right thing.
Excellent. I have some associates to introduce you to. But first, finish your meal. We have a long, long trip tomorrow.
Of course. Thank you. Okay. Did anyone want to do anything else before you meet up to depart Kash? Ray, is Takeedle tinkering with the thing?
Takeedle is tinkering with the thing, and after a while, he remembers that Finbaz wasn't seeing the projection.
Okay.
And he didn't recall anybody else at the tavern lodging when he first came across it. Didn't recall anybody else noticing the projection. So this is what he's caught up doing.
Okay.
Is just contemplating that, and maybe nothing big, but like
make me make me a magic training roll. And it's difficulty 6. It's very difficult.
hey, there you go.
Very nice.
Thanks.
So now that that's what you're focusing on, rather than just trying to, take apart a gadget,
yeah.
The other half of your brain kind of kicks in, and at one point you put it down and you go and you get one of your little scanner drones, and you tweak the settings a little bit and you have it scan it, and the crystal is very heavily but very precisely enchanted. it is enchanted to your genetics. Not entirely yours. So if you had to guess, it's probably like it's keyed to somehow into your family. But it's, yeah.
I don't think Tequila knows what to do with this information.
Okay.
You know. Tequila's going to take a wild guess here.
Okay.
Wants to set down the ornithopter and scan it.
Okay. What are you scanning for?
He's scanning for anything in, on, or attached to the crystal that is of novel origin, just beyond the regular wood, metal, string, whatever is used to make the thing. But just to see if anything around that crystal can provide a clue as to how this whole genetic link can even happen.
Okay. Make me a um, um, sorry, I'm trying to see.
You're fine.
Yep. Okay, so do that. Okay. Okay, so at least I can set things now this way. So we're going to make we're going to make this a difficulty. I want you to see. I want to see what you get. This is another magic training roll.
Okay. Is this one of these leveled?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So base difficulty to 0 to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Difficulty. Okay, so you beat a 2. 2 is not going to get you much. Yeah, you do scan. So you set your little scanner up, and you're kind of looking over like the magical resonance of the thing.
I was going to use my scan ability.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
you do. Yeah.
Okay.
And like as you pass your hand close to it, the field around the crystal kind of bends a little bit to almost reach up just a little bit to follow your hand. Not it's not latching onto it, but it's it's like a glob of jelly that is just moving a little bit. So it's definitely keyed to something about you. But you can't really tell what it is. Now I will say that you can try this again, but you must spend at least one level of effort, though you will get your quick study bonus.
Okay. Do I do that from the scan roll or
From the scan? Yeah. This is a new roll.
Yeah. Follow that.
Yeah.
So add the quick study.
Yep. And you must add. Go ahead.
No, I was tell me again what more, because now I forgot.
So in order to repeat a roll like this, you must add at least one additional level of effort to what you did before.
Okay.
So you can game
Yes.
this if you
Okay,
want.
that makes sense. Yeah. And right.
You can game this if you want and add one, and if you fail, you can try again and add two.
Right.
Or you can just go straight for two and just skip to the bottom. Try to skip to the bottom of the page.
Okay. We're gonna try with one using the bonus.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3. For 3, you do get that there is something else here. There's whatever the identification magic is, there's some kind of communication magic, obviously, but there's something else, and you're having a lot of trouble figuring out what it is. You can also wait until Seraphina comes back and ask her to help you with this if you wish. You can try it again, but you will need to spend both of your levels of effort.
Heedle is not good yet at managing his internal resources, and he's a little ADHD hyper-focused. So, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So, new roll, correct? New roll.
2 levels of effort.
Wait, there we go. Add the quick bonus. Habursky. I said Habursky.
There you go. That's much better. So now that you know that there's something else there, you can kind of concentrate on it and really try to pick it apart. And it takes you a while, but it is... Oh, no. Well, that's not good at all. It's tracking magic. Someone is using divination and tracking magic to know where this thing is.
But that's how whoever's on the other side knew my name. Well, Tick wants to try to get the projection going again.
Okay. I'm going to say that you've done this enough times that you're pretty practiced at it. But now that you know all these things to look for, when you get when the projection starts, something pings in the tracker.
Okay.
And GM intrusion, because I've lost all the controls to do this here, apparently. I can still do it this way. 1 second. Maybe. Go. Nope, can't. Damn it. Okay. I'm proposing an intrusion because I've lost the mechanics because yay for V13.
Okay.
Okay. Who are you giving the other one to?
Zell.
Okay. You see well, okay, I can't say you don't see Nurgle, because you do see Nurgle. Or at least the person you assume is Nurgle, because right now they have a bag over their head and are being dragged out of wherever they are by two very large, bulky people you assume to be men. In fact, that is
dear.
It for at least one of them that is confirmed when he looks down at the the person being dragged and says, "Oh, that's enough out of you."
Tick wants to call out, but is afraid to incur the attention of said bulky, large,
Brutes.
unpleasant, presumably male type dudes. While the projection is going,
Okay.
can Tink extrapolate anything by using his little drone that he used in order to try to find the thing to begin with? Again, now that he knows what he's looking for, can he?
No. You've gotten pretty much all of the magical information about this thing that you're going to get.
Okay.
And this isn't like the portal where you can send a drone through it or something.
Oh yeah, no.
However, I will, if you just want to try to like look as much as you can around the area, just give me a perception. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Let me watch the film and see what I can grok.
We're gonna, and it's gonna be difficulty 4.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Got it.
Or investigate. I don't remember exactly what you like. Perception, investigation, that kind of stuff.
No, I have identifying. I don't have
no.
investigation.
Learning something new very much does not apply.
Yeah, no, I think that's
okay.
Perception is the best.
You take a look around. All of the equipment and tools are, I mean, they don't look old, but they are old. They're like a couple of generations old. And you don't see anything, either whoever this woman is, I mean, she can't be extremely poor because they're kept in good condition. Her workshop is in decent condition. It just looks like it's from 70, 80 years ago. And with that, I think we're going to take a short bio break. We'll be back in 10 minutes and see if we can actually leave the city of Kash.
Spoilers, we can't. No.
Right. 10 minutes.
Getting there. We're fixing to leave.
Yep.
The old Skadian goodbye.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're fixing to get ready.
And we're back. So, does anyone have, once again, any more business in Kash before you actually try to leave?
No.
It's time to Kosh out.
Ah, there you go.
Gosh, by gosh, let's get out of Kash.
All right. So it is the it's about midday on the next day. I'm assuming, Zahar, that you're spending like most of your time in the temple.
Hmm.
Then,
Except when I'm needed to go be the, local guide representative, what have you.
so Taisir comes and tells you that they believe everything is back as organized as they can make it, and is asking if you would like to have a look before they declare it done.
I trust you. Thank you.
Of course. Whatever kind of consecration you would like to make. We are not versed in the ceremonies of Your Lady, but if there is something that I or my acolytes can do to assist, of course we are at your disposal.
No, thank you. I will do what I can on my own. I appreciate your help.
Of course.
And just, like I said, I ask that someone just keep an eye until my lady sends someone.
It will be done, champion. Walk in the light.
May the flame guide you. And I go in and do just basically a prayer.
Okay.
I just walk around like every room, just generic, not so much in words, just thoughts, emotions, feelings.
Sprinkling the holy formaldehyde,
Yeah.
Okay. This was never your area of study, so you're kind of trying to
I'm
remember
a thug.
Huh?
I'm a thug.
You're trying to remember what you learned in the first year of ceremony classes before you realized nuts to this action.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have completed the rituals as well as you can remember them. And yeah, that's when you
I go find everybody, stopping to pick up the camels that we purchased along the way.
As you leave.
Oh, I added one of the camels to my inventory list too. So that's two of them. Two of them are written down.
As you leave, you see that young acolyte who shuffled out of the room with the portal has been left to stand guard. And he sees you, and he immediately posture up straight. He's looking as formal and as focused as he possibly can. He's trying to make good at this point because he knows he done fucked up.
I walk up to him, schooling my face to be what I remember of like my father when he was being all gruff with my brothers, kind of thing. Just looking him up and down. I reach out, kind of adjust his robes a little, and then I make him make eye contact with me, and I wink. You'll be fine.
You watch the stress and the worry kind of drain out of his face a little bit. It's that moment when, Charlie Brown realizes that the little red-haired girl is human.
Yeah.
Not that he has a crush on you or anything, but just, oh, she's an actual person. Excellent.
Right. Yeah.
What happened here was unforgivable, almost unfathomable. I'm glad that we can do something to assist in your faith's time of need.
What it is, we will find out what caused this. In the meantime, may Aretas bless you with his presence. And thank you again.
And thank you. And your lady's blessings to you as well. He obviously has no clue what the what the protocol is. But
just pat him on the shoulder and
he's
smile at him again softly, like I would like a younger cousin kind of thing. And now I have to go get camels. And just like I mutter that out loud so that he can like even see that, more human.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Just because we've played this well, you're looking for riding camels, and he gives you the name of a shop that is run by his cousin. And if you mention the acolyte's name, whose name I do not have,
we'll pretend I know it.
Kashir.
Kashir.
If you mention that I recommended you, he will treat you right. And I will say that you can each add 5 Arum back into your cash supply, because he does actually give you a deal.
As opposed to our Kash supply.
Right, exactly. Yes, he the merchant, once you have done this, he said, the best I can. You are looking for 3. I could do,
and preferably 2 that are good under inexperienced camel riders. I am fine, but my compatriots, they are not from Kash, and they don't even know camel spit, They're that kind.
He does the kind of, mischievous, I'm really trying, I am trying but not trying to hide the fact that I'm smiling.
Right.
So the deal he gives you is the 3 camels for 200 all told.
Awesome. I hand over the money that I had basically strong-armed my group into saying, no, we need this money because we are not walking on foot across the desert. And I take the camels and
let me tell you the legend of one of our most famous warriors. We call him Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can all meet up at the last oasis. You can meet up at the crashing dune. Where are you planning on meeting?
The inn we're staying at is where I would suggest.
Okay, so that is the crashing dune. Yep, you are all gathered there. Now what?
So, have we noticed that there's an extra person now?
Zell, did you actually introduce her, or you're on mute?
You're still muted.
Yep.
There
Yes.
you go.
Yeah, I was waiting for everyone to get there.
Yeah, everyone's there.
This is Lendra, my new associate. She's on our side, so plan to make use of her when we get where we're going.
Oh, really?
You know what I do for a living, right?
Okay.
I just start muttering under my breath in desert that basically you can pick up the fact that it's more or less another non-desert person. I have to make sure it doesn't die.
Yep.
So I introduce her to, I point everybody out to her by, cracking along with, okay, so this is Tick. Be careful. He has sharp things on him all the time and gets distracted. Heward has a temper. If he gets angry, stay away from him. This is my very, very close friend and associate, Serafina. She's kind of working for the opposite team for me, just so you know how important all this is. And this is Zahar, the most pleasant person you will ever meet.
And just go. And continue working on like adjusting ropes and stuff on the camel.
Okay. And yeah, that she makes what pleasantries she will. Patrick, I added on the actors tab, you should now see an NPCs folder. Just Patrick. Well, actually, no, I guess all of you did because you have observers. That you should see Lendra. Can you not see her in the...
Yep, I see her.
Okay. Actors tab, you should now see an NPCs folder.
Yes.
So I will leave you to flesh that out as you will, Patrick. You are the owner of that. Okay. So the plan, as I understand it, is to ride south until you are out of sight of the city of Kash, and then circle around. Are you going further into Saga, or are you going out closer towards the spine?
I would say closer to the spine, because that's just how she knows.
Okay. 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 It's just a modulator. Anyway, yeah. So you are. I mean, you are obviously the person in the lead, since you know what the hell you're doing. Make me Zahar. This is going to be relatively difficult because you're dealing with 5 people that have never been in Saga before. This is going to be a difficulty 5 intellect check. You can use both your extreme heat and cold temperature survival and your survival skills to act as be specialized for this role.
Okay. So So just pick one of those and
No.
make it specialized.
Yeah, or just you can just click the intellect one,
Okay.
and then just say specialized.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Much better.
There you go. Yeah, so you with with your help and drawing very heavily on, this is the environment you grew up in. You managed to keep all 6 of you mostly hydrated. Once you get out of Kash and turn west, with the distance that you're going away from Kash, and the fact that Saga is usually pretty flat, you do have to cross some rather large dunes, but for most of it, you can actually see some of the tips of the higher peaks in the spine. And has anyone else here ever seen the spine?
Heward should have, because I brought Heward back to the tribe at least during our travels. I don't know about anybody else, but
so for those
Dick has it.
So for those of you that haven't, I mean, even on the caravan ride from Riverhead to Kash, you steered pretty well clear. If knowing what you take, especially you, because you're doing the math in your head, if those are that small, and there's looking at the angles of the peaks and everything, holy shit, those mountains are tall. Like, holy shit. The only Howard, the only mountains that you know of on all of Core that might be taller than these is the guard ring around the Banelands. And everyone, please. Everyone except Zahar, because we'll take that. And because Zahar's help, this is gonna be. Yeah, this will be a 3. Everyone, please make me a difficulty 3 might defense roll. Oh, Ray.
Is anyone surprised by this?
Apparently Ray is.
No,
got
just
distracted.
disappointed. I am not surprised. I am simply disappointed.
All right, so
Oof.
So yeah, so Serafina made it. Howard failed. Zell made it, and Tick massively failed.
What do you mean I failed? It was difficulty 3. I rolled 11. Or no.
You rolled a 5.
No, I was looking at Serafina. Sorry.
Trying to crib other people's rolls.
And
you
only
were
an
on the same
11. Come on.
camel, weren't you?
No, I'm just.
We are riding on the same camel.
Well, no, I was gonna say have Heward and Tick on the same camel.
So yes, we're arguing
Yep.
at this point and don't notice what's going on.
So I'm gonna say that the two of you the two of you each take 3 might damage that is not lessened by armor.
Why didn't I spend a level of effort?
Because you would have been trading 3 might points for 3 might points.
Basically, yeah. That's kind of the.
Well, actually no, because you have 2 edge, so you would have been trading, spending 1 to end up preventing 3.
Yeah, which is a better metric, but
in hindsight.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Yep.
Well, no, I did.
Because you could have spent 1 in order to take 3 as well, then you just W down 4.
Yep. Okay. So, and Tick,
yes.
I'm going to say that because you're completely used to having this much detritus in the air, and some of your gadgets are not as sand-proof as others.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say that until you take a break to repair it, your scan drone is broken and you cannot use your scan ability.
Okay.
But you do, Zahar, you start recognizing particular grains as you're getting closer. And then over the horizon, ahead of you, with the Spine Mountains now somewhat closer, you start to see the makings of a relatively well-established desert village that still looks like it could be up and think like a really, really well-done MASH unit.
Mm-hmm. I paused for a moment and let everybody catch up. At which point I then look Zell dead in the face. I am warning you now. My family is not as accepting as what you saw in Kash. Do not speak to them until I draw interference, or they will strike you down.
Any chance you just want me to avoid the town entirely, meet you on the other side?
No. They will find you. I don't want to risk. So just hang back, but don't speak until I run interference.
Okay. And the 6 of you approach. I mean, Zahar, your tribe has never bothered giving their village a name.
No.
Yeah, it is.
We're just the Breha tribe.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah. It is, the only name that you've heard it spoken as is home.
Yeah.
Anytime you watched, growing up, anytime you watched anyone talking with someone from another tribe, there was no indication of where the tribe was, other than, that direction.
Right.
It was just, and they were just spoken of as, I am from, I am of the Breha.
Right.
And it was just understood.
Mm-hmm. And Trevor, just for your reference, under my notes page is all the pictures of my
Yep.
family
Yep.
and stuff. So, all right. At which point I take the lead and I would recommend whatever camel Cured's on is behind me. Since, again, my family knows him.
Yep.
And lead towards home.
Okay. You are getting closer when you see a rider on a horse riding towards you from the village.
I make sure my Arashki medallion, and I'm assuming I have some sort of symbol or medallion or something that shows that I am of the tribe. Not that they wouldn't know who I am, but I'm in my finery. We have paused it. I've put my finery on because I am returning home.
Yep. And as the rider is getting closer, they're not slowing down. They're coming at you full tilt.
My hand goes on the scimitar, but again, just I'm watching.
Yep. And because your camel is still in front, the rider comes at you full tilt and leaps. And Zahar, make me a perception check if you would. This is going to be relatively simple. Difficulty 2.
You know what? I'm gonna play with it.
Okay.
It's been a little while since I've been back.
Okay.
Elements and everything.
So you see the rider's face is fully covered. And as the horse is coming straight at you, it looks like it's going to veer slightly to your right. But he stands up in the saddle and launches himself at you. Like bodily.
I have dodge. I don't think I do. All right. Well, what I would love to do is just kind of put my hands out and kind of do, hey, you want to go this way.
Okay.
While on the camel, but direct.
Yep.
I forget what the martial art is of. You
Judo.
Me. What?
Aikido or judo is throwing. Yeah, I think Aikido is just dodging.
Aikido, yeah. Oh, you want to be behind me? Let me help you, and just kind of.
Make me a difficulty 3 speed defense roll, please. Okay.
Yeah, just go with it.
Okay.
Because again,
fortunately the sand is soft.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are slammed off of your camel. This person hits you at about a 45-degree angle. So, like, the two of you go,
right,
asses over tea kettle into the sand. Make me another difficulty 2 perception check, please.
Find it on my. Hi.
So, as you are like tumbling around in the sand, you are finally close enough that you can hear from underneath the head covering, Zahar, 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 Zahar! And the head covering falls away, and it is Tariq. And he, like, wraps you up in this humongous hug.
Brother.
For the rest of you, this person looks like they are wrestling. They have wrestled Zahar off of her camel, and now look for all the world like they are grappling in the sand.
Which point I say out loud, because again I know Heward may remember his name, and I go, Tariq, come down, baby brother, please, dignity. We have guests. And I shove him off of me.
So he laughs. So the rest of you, the head covering has fallen away. You see a young Sagani boy, or not boy, but about a 20-year-old Sagani man, still very baby-faced, and right now just with an ear-to-ear grin on his face, which is not making him look any more mature. And he stumbles back as you push him off of you, and he is laughing, and he comes back and reaches a hand down to help you up and says, "To the dunes with dignity, you're home!"
I grasp him above the wrist and let him pull me up. Yes. I'm home for a little bit.
He's gotten quite a bit stronger since the two of you last wrestled. Yeah,
Oh,
he
you have been training with our brother, haven't you?
out of survival.
Of course.
You know the
Rasad is said he would make a man out of you.
he almost made a stain in the sand out of me several times.
Oh,
You know how he is.
Watch your left. I've told you for years. Watch your left.
It's not the left. It's the fact that he apparently does not want any nieces or nephews from me.
We're saying all of this in desert.
Yeah.
Very lyrical language, but
Yeah. What do the rest of you do?
I am saying absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
There's like a dozen snide remarks that have already popped up. Like, nope, nope.
I'm watching the interaction, but I've got one eye on Zell, making sure that he's not looking like he's gonna do anything stupid that's gonna get us killed.
Seraphina,
Yes.
GM intrusion.
Yes.
Again, I can't seem to make it happen mechanically right now. So, are you accepting it, and who are you giving the other one to?
I'm gonna accept it, and I'm going to give the other XP to Zahar.
Okay. So you and Zell are on a camel together. Who's riding? Who's in front? Who's behind?
I'm in front.
Okay. Make me, please, an intellect difficulty roll. Intellect defense roll difficulty 3.
Intellect defense 3.
I will be right back. The dog has gotten him stuck in a corner.
Oh, poor baby.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
I will take that.
Okay. Do you have any requests for a minor effect?
I am not sure.
Okay, then I have an idea for one because
Okay.
of what the role was.
Okay.
So at a couple of points in the journey, your mind was wandering, as it does, because you're sitting on a camel, riding across desert that all looks the same, and you kind of been thinking back over what has happened up to this point, and you find yourself somewhat uncomfortable at a couple of points because you're going over like all the visions that you had and all the things that you've seen, and the momentary blip of you and Zell as the amorous couple,
Yeah.
combined with the fact that you are sitting between his legs, basically.
Yeah.
It's just that little momentary, okay, this is weird, but I know if I say anything, I'm just going to be the one making it weird, but it's weird.
Yeah.
So I will say for your minor effect, that you can basically carry an asset forward to give to Zell. So it's
let me make a note about that.
So yeah, at some point, I'd say over the next day or so. And if nothing comes up that would be feasible for it, we can talk. But yeah, once you have centered yourself, you have set yourself, and so yeah, at some point over the next day or so, you have steeled your resolve, and there will be some, at some point you can give an encouraging word or a well-placed something or what have you to give Zell an asset on something that you normally wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
So yeah, the other now 5 of you watch as Zahar and whoever this is. In fact, Howard, make me an intellect check, and it's been a while, so we're going to make it a 5. Anything that you have pertaining to like memory or something like that would come into play here. I'm not seeing anything on your sheet, but
No.
try to
Unless he's like personally wronged me, which I don't
he is not.
think he
No.
has. Narratively, I think what Harewood was doing when all of this happened, like he got one leg off the camel and was ready to jump down, and then realized who it was.
Well, that's what the memory roll is for. Is do you remember who this is?
Okay.
You can tell right now that there you go.
Yep.
Okay. So yes, you do remember that this is Tariq, who is Zahar's younger brother. And in fact, for the minor effect, I'm actually going to say that Tariq remembers you as well. And the two of you were friendly with each other. So at one point during a break in their like very 2 squirrels chittering at each other conversation, he looks over and up and sees you and says, "Ah, my feathered friend, you have returned to us." And he goes, and so are you off your camel now, or are you
I was.
Oh, he's totally off his camel.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I figured like he was ready to jump off, so like unhooked one leg and was
Okay.
getting ready to push off, and then realized who it was. So he's either awkwardly hanging off the camel trying to get his balance, or just fell onto the ground.
um,
Whatever is the funnier option.
yeah. So I think so. The word you know, the more anyway, no, just one. So yes, you managed to stumble down off of your camel but not fall. And he is coming at you with a smile almost as wide as his arms are. He is looking to give you a huge hug.
Oh, you come here, you young pup.
I have missed you, young one. I have missed you, small one.
Have you gotten taller?
I think he has. I
I think
he
so,
has.
yes. No matter how
You're
much.
still not paying attention, though. Ha!
Yep, that just happens. He comes to the ground. You didn't think it was possible for him to laugh any harder, but he is just enjoying the shit out of this. He gets up, manages to kind of playfully get you into a headlock, which you get out of just before he actually does start to give you a noogie.
Yes.
Which is really, I mean, for a mallard, you are far more mature into the mallard's lifespan than he is for a human. So that was, that would have been far less dignified.
Yes. Dignity.
Yeah, that was the word that I was looking for earlier that I couldn't find. We thought it was you. Mother, it was Mother's turn to spot approaching travelers, and she saw you, and he cobbles out a relatively nice spyglass. And, kind of without thinking, and, I looked and I saw, oh, that's too close. Whoa, too close. Yeah, he is completely off his game right now because he's so just overjoyed that you are home.
Right.
I said, I believe that is Zahar. I will ride out and meet them. And as I was coming closer, I saw that it was, and I, of course,
You tried to miss the duck.
Yes, my friend, you are many, many things. Among them is unmistakable. And I knew that it was you. Come.
And I pause and I'm like, hold on, Tariq. And I motion to Tikito. Let me do introductions because I am going to need your help with Baba.
Of course.
Because you know how he is.
He is
And I
many
introduce, this is Tikito, our gnome, and then this is Sarafina.
So he cannot help but stare in wonder at your hair. Tick.
Yeah.
How many colors is it right now?
Yes.
4.
All of them?
Yeah, so he's yeah, he's stammering. It's difficult for him to get a sentence out. The odds are probably even that he may have never even seen a gnome before.
I give smack him, don't stare.
It is hypnotizing.
I know.
Have you watched it? It moves.
I have known him for a while, yes. And I then physically turn him to see Serafina.
Okay.
This is Serafina. Blessed by the flame. We must introduce her to Mother.
Yes, Mother will be, I'm sure, very anxious to meet you.
And then I direct his gaze to Zal.
Okay. So, Zell, how wrapped up are you, like, completely under wraps, or how much of your head is covered?
I'm assuming that it is pretty well covered, but as again, it can't be hidden what I am.
Yep.
So, the grayish blue skin, the fact that there's like points sticking up at the
Yep.
front.
And I literally keep my hands on his shoulders so that he really can't do a lot of physical reaction.
Zahar, make me an intellect roll, anything having to do with, like, intuition or sensing motives or anything like that would come into play here.
Social interactions, come on.
No, I'm not gonna say that applies because this is your brother.
Right. I have perception, intimidation, seen through a trick, or just plain intellect.
No, just straight up intellect, and we're gonna make it because, I mean, again, this is your younger brother, and you've had such good luck with difficulty 2 rolls today. Let's see how you do on this one.
Are we just tempting the fates now?
Yes, apparently.
Oh.
Welcome to my world.
I mean, you've got 4 XP.
Yeah. I got it at this point. There we go.
There you go. So yeah, you do feel him tense up, but you have known. Yeah. So, but after a moment, you have known Tariq long enough to kind of to know how he functions. This is not tensing for aggression. This is tensing for fear.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still hold him.
Zahar, is that?
Yes.
Is that a?
Yes.
Is it your prisoner?
No. He is my comrade. His name is Zal. He is under my protection while with the Bareja.
He is visibly struggling with this for an uncomfortably long amount of time, actually. Does anyone say anything or do anything while you are watching her brother kind of try desperately to process this?
I kind of also look up to Zell and kind of nod like it's okay to now speak to him, kind of thing.
I know you've heard a lot about my kind, and if any of it's true, it's not true about me.
They say that you all serve the Dark One. That you were born of him, and that you carry his essence with you.
There are worse things than him. Trust me. That is what your sister is fighting now. That's what we're all fighting. Actually, does Seraphina have any outward indication as to what she is?
If I remember correctly, here let me check.
Like a halo or anything like that going on?
Does the halo only show up when you activate your power?
I can turn on the Shroud of Flame. And she does have a kind of a bit of an otherworldly look to her. You know,
Okay.
like it's
But
So
it's not like you sprout wings or anything like that.
Oh, have horns,
no,
so-
I think I need to be at least one tier higher,
Yep.
one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, tier 3, you
Yeah.
actually can get flame wings. But
Yeah.
but I will say that you can, you can kind of you can expose a little bit of like your celestial aura, and so you do that, and he is just knocked speechless, and he kind of actually falls to his knees on the ground.
both sides are working together on this. I'm here and she is here. Trust your sister's judgment. What she is doing is very important.
I kneel down next to Tariq, keeping my hand on his shoulder, switching back to Desert. This is why I need your help. We have to keep Baba from instantly attacking when I bring him in. Because you know him
And
better than I at this point.
it shames me a bit to remind you how much Kurzad is our father's son.
Yes.
Allow me to return before you do, and I will speak to our father and our brother, and I will allow Mother to do her magic on me so that she will know that I am telling the truth.
Okay. We will wait until you come get us.
You do not have to stay all the way out here, but I would say come about halfway towards home and then stop there.
Thank you, little brother.
He is taller than you, which was probably not true the last time you saw it.
No.
And it was also, which means it also was not true the last time he saw you. So he kind of, on instinct, he gives you another hug, and he desperately is trying to like nestle his head into like the crook of your neck, like you used to when you were younger.
Right.
And he gives up after a few seconds because he's trying to crane his neck and it's not working.
I told you you grew.
I love you, sister.
I love you. Now go tell the family we are back. We are home.
It is good to see you. I will return. And he gets on his high horse and takes off.
I turn to the group, and you may have noticed I did not introduce the follower, because I don't acknowledge her.
She's super secret.
Yeah. And explain that, my father is the paladin of the light, as you would call him. He is a appointed warrior. His calling is to kill Zel's kind. So Tariq is going to give warning.
You sure I don't want to run off somewhere for a while?
No,
They
with
will
what is
chase
going
you
on,
down.
they need to know.
They will think you were a scout or something and chase you down and kill you. So you're safer with us.
Getting killed in the camp. Okay.
And
Look,
my elder brother is not called by the god.
There was
He is- He's a zealot.
adjustment period when he met me the first time. Let's just say that. It took them a while to get around to the idea that I wasn't some abomination. Or more of an abomination than I actually am. But
And I give him a look.
So
We should form an abominations union. Get better wages and benefits.
But we can move closer to home, and Tariq will come get us when things have calmed with his note.
you approach the village and you just kind of, post up and wait. And after probably about an hour or so, you see dust coming out from the village that is unmistakably a rider. And as it gets closer,
Stand and just hold my territory.
and as it gets closer, that's more than one rider.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hold my ground.
And as it gets closer, you see that it is 5 riders.
Oh, this is interesting. Hand on scimitar, but still trying to convey I come in peace, even though, because hand on scimitar is not an aggressive thing among my people.
Yeah.
It's where your hand goes. I mean,
Right.
And as they approach, you see that it is with Tariq in the lead. Behind and flanking him are your mother and father, and slightly behind them to form a pentagon are your brother and sister. The slate of emotions that play out over your father's face in moments when he sees you is undescribable. It looks like he is feeling every emotion possible all at once. And your father, aside from like his intensity, like the intensity of his devotion, was never a very emotional, never really showed emotions a whole lot when you were growing up. So this is probably all of the emotional expression that you might have seen the entire time you were alive, scrunched into about half a second.
Once. Oh boy. Okay, back. Sorry.
And Tariq rears his horse up to stop, and the other 4 follow suit. And your father, Majid, of course, yeah, Majid. He is in his full-on ceremonial armor. You see, the rest of you see a older middle-aged man with long kind of blue hair with silver highlights, relatively dark skin, and dressed in ornate blue armor with silver and gold filigree. And when Tariq stops, Majid leaps down off his horse, drawing his scimitar as he's falling to the ground.
I pull mine and just wait. Point down. But the the universal symbol of I will not
Yep.
kowtow. And I just look at him, face blank like he usually is with me.
Yep. And
Baba.
he is visibly shaking. And he starts and stops to try to say something probably half a dozen times. And what finally comes out in a voice that is attempting to be imposing and powerful, but is shaking like you have never heard it before. What demon has insulted my daughter?
I just look at him and I calmly say, would Irashki still give me the blade if I were ensorcelled by the Dark One? And I activate it. And I just look at them.
So at this point, your mother comes around and positions her horse between you and your father.
Just take a step back. Amma, it is good to see you.
She wants to believe you. You can tell that she desperately wants to believe you. She's not there yet.
I very quietly lean over towards Serafina. Hey, do you want to put a little bit of the shine on right now? That might be a good idea.
Yeah. I turn
Good
on the
book,
shot of
Halo.
flame, and I mean, I stay standing back. I don't encroach on them. Just
So they're honestly both so fixated on Zahar right now, they honestly do not even notice you.
wow.
Wait for it.
Yep.
And by the way, the two of us are standing with each other.
Yeah.
So.
Your mother looks at you, says, I do not know if you are my Zahar, though you wear her face. Will you?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. Then she gets down off her horse. And
I move the scimitar, still activated, but back, so it's clearly...
Mm-hmm. She holds her hands up. She is unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's a cleric, so, you don't know.
Yeah.
But, she bears no weapons. Kneel, you who would be called Zahar.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Kneel, she who would be called Zahar.
Drop to my knees. I am your daughter, Zahar bint Majid, third from your womb.
We will soon see. And a little gout of flame comes up in her right hand. And Zahar, you have seen this before. This is what Tariq was referring to earlier as the flame of truth. And the rest of you see that she conjures a mini fireball in her hand. and she holds it so that she is looking through the flame to see you, Zahar, which is great because I'm doing this towards where you are on the screen. It's great. And her eyes actually go slightly aflame. Seraphina, this actually feels just slightly oddly familiar. I mean, obviously this woman has some kind of fire magic.
Yeah.
And after being there for several seconds, and she's kind of muttering some kind of arcane words or something under her breath, she leans forward and she blows the flame from her hand like she was blowing a kiss. And it travels towards you and it gets bigger. So the rest of you have now seen that this woman has conjured a fireball in her hand and has now launched it towards Zahar. It's not going particularly fast, but it is a gout of flame.
I'm just standing there with my shroud of flame on. Hands at my sides, and not, in actually a very relaxed posture.
And the flame grows as it gets towards you, and it basically starts encompassing your head. And Zahar does not look in pain from this, but it is very odd for the
stoic and looking at my mother.
No, you can. It's like looking into an aquarium tank through one of the half bubble windows.
Yeah.
You can see there's some ripples and the proportions are a little off. And it is an orange tint at the moment. The rest of you see this, and you see that her eyes start flaming more in that same orange tint. And Zahar, you hear in your mind, "Who are you?"
Zahar, third born to Majid and Amina, anointed warrior of Arashki. Gone for a year now, I have returned home.
Are you here under your own power?
Yes, with the blessing of Arashki.
Are you compelled?
Only with what my lady has asked me to do. And my love of my family.
So up until now, the voice has been kind of tinny, almost kind of electronic. It now fades more to the voice of your mother. Tariq says you travel with a demon. Is this true?
He is half demon.
So so as a player ECAT, you are actually compelled not only to tell the truth, but to no twists, no lies of omission.
Right.
Yeah, this is straight up truth.
He is of demonic heritage, as we would call them.
Why do you do this?
He is needed for what mission we are on.
What mission are you on?
The Dark One has returned and is corrupting the land of the dead.
Okay, so now I'm having trouble hearing you. And has corrupted what?
The land and the dead.
You say the Dark One has returned.
Yes.
He has never left.
He is making himself more known.
Show me. And you can feel the flame that you're in kind of getting hotter, but it's not getting hotter around you, it's getting hotter inside you.
Mhm.
Uh,
And I just share the memories of the time at the lake,
mhm.
of the corrupt dead there, what we envisioned and dealt with, and then at the end, I show Amrun.
And at that point, and you know that, you know, even if you had not wanted to share those memories with her, you had no choice.
Right.
At the sight of Amrun, the fire abruptly ends. And your mother gives a scream, not of physical pain, but of emotional pain, and drops to her knees. Your father, of course, is, you know, still trying to keep an eye on all of you, and yet goes to your mother and is comforting her, and they speak softly to each other. And as the conversation goes, your mother is, you know, nodding more vigorously, and your father is questioning more vigorously. And he stands up finally, and he looks at you, and this is the first time that since this conversation began that he's actually looking at you.
I'm still kneeling, and I look up at him because, you know, he is still my father.
My daughter is home.
Yes, Papa, I am. And the ones behind me are under my protection. And at which point I take my mother's face and I kind of tilt it so she sees Serafina.
Yeah, she does a sharp intake of breath, and tries to go into a almost a position of prayer and supplication. But the last couple of minutes have pretty much taken everything out of her. So she looks like she tries to, you know, kneel and prostrate herself, and just kind of ends up, you know, tumbling forward onto the sand.
I pick her up and I just say, Mother, I have one who needs your help.
One moment. Be right back.
Nothing like family reunions.
Yeah.
And here's where I'm really glad I didn't flirt with you when you were drunk.
That's the cat's dinner, not the dog's.
And
I say,
the only
Amma,
thing that would make this conversation more awkward. Oh, and by the way, I'm dating it.
yeah. At which point I just say, Amma, I have one who needs your help and teaching with me.
Okay, and she.
I stand up and I help guide my mother to her feet.
Yep. And she kind of collapses, crying, into a hug with you. And a moment later, your father joins you, and the three of you were just kind of standing there. And you can tell that your father is attempting to choke back tears, and this is probably the closest to crying you have ever seen him in your life. Zell, intrusion.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on. You knew this was coming.
Oh yeah.
You taking it?
I will take it, and I think I will give the other point to Serafina.
Okay. So the other male that is here, aside from Tariq and their father, is staring death glares at you. His hand is on his sword, but it is not drawn. And you would bet good money that since he has gotten here and laid eyes on you, he may well not have blinked. What do you do?
Okay, so what's the dumbest thing I could do versus
Throw him a kiss. You asked for what's the dumbest thing you could do.
Do not taunt happy fun, eldest brother.
so I meet his gaze and I hold my hands up. Not in that supplication, it's the I'm unarmed, bro.
Unfortunately, you're showing him your claws.
Yes, I am, and I'm showing him that I do have a sword on me, but it's just, here I am. This is all there is to me, and
He marks you for a few minutes longer, or a few moments longer, manages to walk around to the rest of to the clump of family, manages to do it without breaking eye contact with you. It's really impressive.
he's got skill.
Yeah. And Zahar, you can hear Korsad he is trying to he is making the suggestion that they bring Zell to the village my brain is gone.
In shackles?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Bring him to the village, cage him, and basically kill him in the equivalent of the village square.
I separate from my parents and I turn to my oldest brother and I say, stepping so that he has to look at me to break the eye contact. Yeah, he's still a couple inches taller than me, but so what? And I look at him. That is the last time you disrespect my guest in my presence.
He looks at you and he bites back several comments. There's one where he opens his mouth and almost starts to say something and then glances towards your mother and thinks better of himself. I disagree with your choice of companions, sister.
You did the last time. What's new?
What's new, Feathered One? is the difference between you and that?
Not the way you treated me the first time, so
And as I recall, by the time you left, I had apologized and offered to make amends. Regardless,
so treat my companion here with the same. Give him the same chance you gave me, and we'll call it even.
So he looks back at you. Howard. He has completely tuned that out. He looks back at you, Zahar, and just for a moment, you see his face soften a little bit. He says, "Let me finish. I disagree with your choice of companions. But I trust you. And Mother's flame has shown her the truth. It is good to have you home, Zahar. We have missed you."
I have missed you.
And he does end up, he and Harika and Tariq, the four of you end up in just a group hug. And they...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and they, they lead you back. They take you back to the village.
I was going to say, come, we have much to talk about.
Yep.
And along the way, I've introduced my family.
Yeah.
To everybody.
Seraphina, her mother doesn't quite know what to make of you. She knows that you have obviously fire magic, and she kind of gets the celestial bit, but she doesn't quite know how to process it.
Actually, I say to tell her, it's I'm kind of just as confused by a lot of this as well, because my parents who raised me didn't, they are my parents, but yet apparently I also have some sort of celestial parentage out there, and I'm not quite sure how it works and how I ended up with these gifts.
It is an honor to have an emissary from Aratas in our village. I'm sure that I will have many questions for you, as I assume you will have many for me.
Yes.
So you
by this point, I've turned the flame off.
Yep. So you make it back to the village. Most of the family, Zahar, is kind of concentrated around you, talking, catching up, talking more about why you're here. Tariq actually comes over, Howard, and starts making kind of fun, joking but not insulting small talk with you. You couldn't help but leave an impression, but it seems that the impression you left on him was very strong and very positive.
So Howard starts relaxing. I mean, the first time around, he was ready to throw down with father and big brother, and, still has a little bit of that, but the feathers start laying flat, and he starts to relax and joke back with Tariq.
Zell. Zahar's sister, slows her horse to come even with you. Are they what they say you are? Are you what they say you are?
Yes. There's no hiding that, and it's something, of course, I have no control over.
Then let me rephrase. Are you the way they say you are? Do you do the things they say your kind does?
Not sure. What did they say?
They say that if you were here alone and were facing one of us, you would have already killed us and eaten us raw.
Oh, well, I very rarely eat any meat for one thing, and I have no ill will against any of you. Why would I hurt anyone?
It's not a matter of ill will, it is a matter of corruption, survival.
I have as much control over myself as any of you do. I can choose right and wrong like anyone else.
And how do we know that those choices would categorize as ours do?
I can only give you my word, but I can also give you the trust that your sister has for me. She has seen me at some of my worst, pushed well beyond my usual limits.
Make me a persuasion roll, and this is going to be difficulty 5, but you can give yourself an asset from basically invoking the fact that Zahar trusts you.
All right. Oh, why are you frozen? There you go.
Well, you froze, bro.
And I'll get a second asset from being beguiling because. Oof.
Is that not?
Hang on a second here.
Okay. Yep. Actually,
There
no.
we go.
That asset is not going to come into play here, because that is from your demonic heritage, and she knows better.
Fair enough. Okay, so asset.
Jesus.
Oof. And I just, doing so wonderfully, babe. These dice love me.
Do you want to re-roll, or do you want to take it?
I think for funsies, I'm going to take it.
Okay. She looks at you.
With my apologies to Zahar, because she's going to have to deal with this.
She looks at you, and you kind of watch the emotional armor come into place, and you watch her eyes narrow, We shall see, demon. We shall see.
Just one question for you.
Yep. She is riding away,
Yep.
and if she hears
Riding
you,
away.
she gives no indication that she
All right.
did so. So you get to the village. Everyone there, Zahar is very happy to see you. I think the rest of you kind of try to keep Zell out of the spotlight as much as possible. And your parents get you, they do get you all something to drink. It is Sakonjabin, because we all know what that is. And then let's see. It is late, and you have traveled, I assume, far. Do you wish to rest, or shall we discuss matters?
I am willing to stay up, but that is up to my companions, or we can talk alone.
Your father your father and your mother look back and look at each other, and look back at you, and your father says, he calls to a couple of the other villagers. See that Zahar's companions are given shelter and places to rest. And they run off to either set move beds around tents, or set something up, or what have you, so that the 5 of you will have some place to rest and sleep that is not just under the stars. And your father and mother Zahar lead you into not their tent, but if you had to give it a name, you would basically think it's something along the lines of a war tent.
Huh?
There's not like maps or anything, but there is a strong table set up. It is a half moon shape. There are 2 chairs along the flat side, and then 5 chairs along the curve. Your mother and father take the 2 seats along the flat and motion to the chair across from them.
Yep. I move, take the center across from them.
You spoke of urgent matters. And they just look at you.
The Dark One is making his presence even more known. The corrupted holy dead are rising. And I put my palms together, hold my Arashki medallion. They corrupted the temple in Kash, slaughtered everyone there.
Your father gets an incredulous, unbelieving look on his face. Not angrily, but just shocked.
Right.
And he looks over at your mother, and she says, I saw it. You know, she cannot hide them from me. I saw it. It was... Majid, it was gruesome. It was sacrilegious. It was terrible.
If it were not for my knowing Zell, I would call it demonic, Father.
He doesn't quite know how to process that. So you actually watch him kind of put it in a drawer,
Right.
and not think about it, because he's not there yet.
I have spent 12 years in the service of my lady, and I have not seen anything like this. Ever. And it's worse.
How could it be worse?
Amrun.
And at this, your mother just kind of folds in on herself, trying not to start weeping again. And she's a very, very strong woman, but this is family.
Right.
Your father is also trying to put up a brave face, but like this has been a lot for him.
Yeah.
And you can see that he is starting to crack as well. And he... Tell me.
He serves the Dark One now. He bears his marks. He says he is a prophet of the Dark One. I have seen him, Father.
And again, your mother verifies what you said. And your father kind of looks back and forth between you and your mother. You and your mother. And he kind of folds his hands and looks down at his folded hands. He says, "Then we have much work to do, and may all the gods have mercy on us." And that's where we're going to end episode 1 of chapter 2.
Good. Yay.
Welcome back, folks. Nice to see the dice still fuck you over.
Oh yes.
No, this was I am glad we got to do this again before another long hiatus. I love this world. I love this world that we are creating. I love the characters that you guys are playing and the characters that, because of that I'm playing. Yeah, this is so much fun. So if we decide to stream this, hi to the outside world. Yep, this was an emergency session because as of now we're not going to be able to do this again until after Labor Day, which sucks. So yeah, but yeah, this was episode 1 of chapter 2 of Echoes of the Undying. Do you guys want to do an after show? I'll leave it up to you. Yeah.
I vote we stream this, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, so why don't we
That was a good episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take another quick bio break, and then we'll be back to do an after show, and we'll see about putting this up online and see what happens.
Excellent.
Right.
Yep.
See y'all back here in a bit. Bye.
I gotta
Okay.
feed the beasties before.